Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the AMX 13F3AM. It's the Tier 6 French SPG, and this one's located on the south spawn of Redshire. And from the looks of it, this may be an encounter battle. But that particular AMX 13F3AM is commanded by Zellergumo. And he's using the stock gun, the short-barreled 155mm howitzer, and it's actually lighter than the main gun, the Top Gun, so this should prove quite interesting. Battle has started, and he's moving away to a firing position. Yes, it is an encounter game, and he's right at the back of the map, which is why he's gone next to the border. In fact, he's actually in the border now, and he's looking at the enemy. Oh, not yet. Now he is. Okay. He's not aiming near the spawn point, but he's aiming near where he thinks his team are going to spot the first enemy. Some of them are in the village, and a few have gone up the east side. And there's a 14 TP there. It's been spotted by our Stuart. And he's just dialing in the aim on the 14 TP. There's 14 TPs moving. Getting ready to shoot. Oh, the Stuart's gone down, but we fire around at the 14 TP. And it's 224 hit points. He's got a reload of 26.6 seconds. It's actually quite long, but when you think about the Tier 6 Arty, because the M44's got a reload of only 16 seconds. But he's not using coffee and croissant. And we've just lost 3 tanks from the start of the game. And there's that 14 TP, he's still there and he's still firing. We're loaded. Right out. And that's a kill. 66 hit points, he's got the first kill. Now there's a 25 TP just around the corner. Interesting fact is that the numbers in front of the Polish tank's names are the weight of the actual tank. So in that case it's a 25 ton, 25 TP. I've got a Panzer 4H there, which is the German medium, and he's just taken a big hit. We're loaded, rounds out, and yes, that's a big hit. 247 hit points. But we're now down by 4 tanks, and we're moving. Now, one of the good things about the stock gun on the AMX 13F3, it makes it a lot lighter, which means the Arty can go a lot faster. Now, one of the things that famous French Artys are famous for is the fact that they are quite fast movers at the higher tiers. And the AMX 13F3 is actually derived from the AMX 13 light tank. So it shares the same chassis, but obviously it's got the gun at the back instead of a turret in the middle. Okay, he's aiming for a 25 ton. He's lost sight of it temporarily. We've got a 5916 moving up. This is a Tier 6 game. Hopefully. Yeah, there's the 25 ton. Okay, we're lining up the shot. Okay, just get it right. Ridgeline's a bit of a problem. He's over a ridgeline now, but fires. Oh, shell arrives too late, and it was too long, I'm afraid. And the 5916 just took a big hit from the Panzer 4H, but the 5916 took him out. We've got a Type 64 and an M5A Stuart near the village, and the Type 64 went up the hill to attack that Hellcat, came back down again, and he's just hit the house. We're almost loaded. Can we hit the one of those two? Round out. Pulls back and moves. I don't know if he actually got a hit at all, but the enemy are capping, although we haven't got a sound, which is rather strange. In fact, actually, it wasn't the enemy that was capping, it was our team that was capping. I think they may have been cap blocked though. Okay, Type 64 is now capping. There are 2 enemies in the cap area. Type 64 comes up onto that rise again. Oh, just does a drive-by on that Hellcat, takes him out. We're trying to line up a shot to catch him. Round out. Oh, good shot! 108 hit points, that's the second kill. But they are now down by 2 tanks and there are still 6 enemies remaining. It's going to take an awful lot of work to win this game. Some of their tanks are badly damaged. They've only got a few hit points left. There's that M3 Lee. Can we get a shot? He's about to come up to the bridge. We fire around in and no, it goes long. And he just took out a 14 TP. No, it was their enemy Arty who took out the 14 TP. The enemy's got an AMX 13 F3 AM as well. Now there's that M3 lead. There's a Stug at the other end of that moat. Okay, he's loaded. He's ready to go, but he's dialing in on the M3 and rounds out. Yes, he gets a splash kill. 49 hit points, but it is a kill, and he's now got 3 kills. The 5916's got 4. If they platoon together, he would get a Brothers in Arms. If they win the battle. And there's the Hellcats. There's only 2 of them left on this team, and there's still 5 enemy to kill. Going for the Hellcat. Lining him up. Round out. He's going to move out the firing zone. Oh! Missed it there. So he's got a long reload again. 26.57 seconds is the reload. So he's lining up the next shot even though he's not loaded yet. Stug 3G in the castle grounds. 5916 spotting for us, but he just got hit by the Arty. Round out on the Stug. And it's a splash kill. 110 hit points. Now I say, oh, we just lost our 5916. That was our last teammate. We've got 4 kills now, but oh, it's a very difficult battle. 4 enemies still to kill. 155mm howitzer. We've got an alpha damage of 550 and penetration of 38mm. And it can give stun as well. Burst radius of 7 meters. Now, question is, what's the enemy going to do? Are they going to cap, or are they going to come try and find him and kill him? I'd say, unfortunately, it's 4 against 1. Otherwise, it would have been a Kolobanov. He did kill the Stug before the 5916 was killed. Climbed around in the most likely space. Oh, he got him! It was the enemy Arty. It was the Panzer Sebsvar Lafetta that was in the cap area, and he took him out with 1 shot. He must have been hiding in those bushes on top of the rise, thinking, oh, I'm in cover, I can't be seen. But yeah, he worked out where he was and fired a shot in blind and killed him. There you can see, the wreck was in the bushes. Now, question is, where is the other next enemy? And I think they won't be hiding in the same place anymore. I doubt if they'll be in the bushes. He might have to drive up to the cap and try and find them. He's firing around in the bush. No, no result. No, I think they won't fall for the same trick twice. So he's going to have to reload. As this is an encounter battle, the capping does take a lot longer than normal. I think it's almost 3 times as long. So we've got another 3 minutes 20 seconds for them to cap out. He's picking other spots that he thinks the enemy might be in. He's fired at the bush. Oh, he hit him! 22 capture points. He definitely hit him. He was in that bush. Or either that or he splashed him. And it's reset the cap again. Now, my guess is that the capping tank is the Arty, the AMX M3 F3 AM. Okay, he's picking a different firing position. It's a bit out in the open. I think he's going to try and hide behind the bush to fire. Now, will he pick the same spots? Well, it looks like he's going to try. Maybe the enemy hasn't moved. Fires a round in. No result this time. The enemy did move. Okay, so he's going to have to move towards the cap. And he might be able to spy where the enemy is by looking through the castle grounds and then repositioning, come back to shoot at that point. Anyway, even if he does get closer to the cap, there's more risk that the enemy will spot him and come after him. As I said, this Arty is particularly fast. It can move very, very quickly indeed. Almost as quickly as some light tanks. And the enemy's got a T-28 medium and a Hellcat. Well, he fired another round in, but didn't get any joy off that one either. He's only got 10 rounds of ammo left. Remember, 3 enemies, 10 rounds. And the enemy stopped capping. Now that tells me that they're probably trying to look for him. They're going to try and find him and kill him. There's only 4 minutes 24 seconds left on the cap. They could all 3 of them get into the cap at the same time, but if they were to do that, there's more chance that Zellergumo would actually hit one of them when he was firing into the cap. But I think they're now looking for him to kill him, to claim him. And of course, he's standing and fighting. He's not going to give up. He's going to try and go after them and take the battle to them and win. He's waiting for any sign that he can see the enemy. His view range isn't that great, I'm afraid. Still no sign. He can't cap out himself. He hasn't got enough time to do so now. He's going to have to kill the enemy if he wants to win. The view range on this Arty is only 270 meters, and that's very, very, very close. All of the enemy, except the other AMX 13AM, are going to spot him before he spots them. But he is close. Oh, there's the enemy Arty. He's on his side. Oh, it wasn't the enemy Arty then. But the enemy knows where he was. Oh, it's not the enemy Arty. It's the Hellcat. And there's the enemy Arty, and he's killed him. The Hellcat's on his side. That's the Top Gun. He must have been trying to right the Hellcat, and that means that the other enemy was the T-28. He's waiting for the reload to go through. The T-28's probably on his way over here right now, trying to get here desperately as he can. Only a few seconds to go and he can kill the Hellcat. Yes! Oh, it's almost an execution. That's the high caliber. Now it's just a question of finding the T-28, and he might be an AFK. It would definitely be worth his while driving over to the enemy spawn point just to find out if he's still there. If he is still there, then it's an automatic win and an automatic Radley Walters. And there's the T-28. He's been seen. He's not AFK, but he's on his side. It's an automatic win. He's just got to get close and shoot him and kill him. In fact, he doesn't even need to get close. He can do it from here. And it's a kill shot. Radley Walters wins the game. Oh my god, that was a good one. That was satisfying. And let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. That's the wrong page. This is the right page. And it's an ace tanker for Zellergumo in the AMX 13 F3AM. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, screen incapacitations or module damage. He got 22 in that one. And he managed to get the Radley Walters. He killed 8 of the enemy to win. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage. He got the Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. And he got the counter battery because he took out both of the enemy Arty, the Panzer Selbstfahr Lafette 4B, and he also took out the AMX 13 F3AM. Oh wow, what a round that was. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, highest damage, 2,086 hit points of damage. The next highest score was the 5916 on his own team, who was the last one killed of the tanks on his team. He managed to get 1,066. The highest the enemy scored was their Panzer IV-H. He managed to get 1,040. When it came to kills, of course, it was Zellergumo got the highest amount. He managed to get 8, which was double the highest score of the 5916 and almost 3 times the score of the highest scorers on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, Zellergumo managed to get 1,108. The next highest score was, well, actually, it was the 5916 again, was 738. Then, actually, the highest score on the enemy team was the Type 64 with 614. Well, it's amazing. What a battle. Let's have a look at detail. 18 shots fired, 5 direct hits, 4 penetration, 6 splash. Damage of 2,086 hit points, of which 1,205 must have been at more than 300 meters. He spotted 2 enemy vehicles. He damaged 9 in the enemy, killed 8 of the enemy, and caused 3 stuns during the battle. And he managed to get 33 defense points by hitting tanks that were actually capping at the time. On a premium count, he earned 45,354 credits, and after ammunition resupply and the 155mm shells aren't that expensive, he actually took away 36,264 credits. He received 1,662 XP, and there was no multiplier, so I'm afraid that's all the experience points he took away. But what must have happened on the enemy team for 2 of their tanks to have turned over? It really defies belief. I mean, the Hellcat sitting on his side and the T-28 sitting on their side, it means that the tank that was capping was definitely the AMX 13F3, or at least I think that it was him, because I doubt that the other 2 were able to get into the cap, or at least I doubt that they actually went to cropper and turned over whilst they were before they were in the cap. Or after they were in the cap. I suspect that they were there for some time, and in fact that could be the reason why the Stug 3 was trying to defend the castle, because he knew that the Hellcat was in there and was overturned. Likewise, they didn't bother to turn over upright to get the T-28 upright, because he was right at the back of the map and they didn't think the enemy would ever see him. But oh boy, did they need to get those tanks uprighted, and they just couldn't do it. And the Hellcat right against the edge of the wall is a really difficult position, because all you can do is what the AMX 13F3 was trying to do, was push him until he can get to that gap in the wall, the gate, and then try and flip him over there. But it didn't work, and in the end, obviously, he was caught and found by Zellergumo. But very lucky for Zellergumo, he did go through the castle grounds. If he hadn't gone through the castle grounds, he would never have spotted those 2 in there trying to do what they were trying to do. He would have found the T-28, I'm pretty sure of that. But fantastic way to win the battle. 3 easy kills, and I'm very surprised that the AMX 13F3 did not turn around immediately and try and kill Zellergumo when he first appeared. But maybe he was so surprised that he just didn't really have the time to do so, and he was in the process of turning around when Zellergumo zapped him and shotgunned him in the face. So, congratulations Zellergumo, nice Radley Walters. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.